bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten.
Resident Evil, arguably the best survival horror game franchise of all time, and one of my favourite PlayStation games ever created. But where did the movie go so wrong? This is going to seem a little bit biased for those of you who have watched the movies before playing the video games, but let's take a look back and understand why fans of the original game dislike Resident Evil, the movie.
Deep underground, in a top-secret research lab, security has been breached. A deadly virus capable of contaminating the entire world has been released.
Oh my god.
We have to get out of this building.
What was that? It's the brakes!
Director Paul W.S. Anderson diverged from the original game story completely, straying away from the original lore and created his own zombie movie that really should have been titled something completely different. Let's introduce you to Alice. Alice? Who the f*** is Alice? The director conveniently cast his wife Milla Jovovich to play the movie's lead character, Alice. If you've played the games, you'll know that Alice never even exists. Imagine making a Tomb Raider film and not centering it around its lead character, Lara Croft. It doesn't help that Anderson created a character that also cannot be killed. The game was about survival horror, and Alice was invincible. The movie is heavily action-based. Nobody is really that scared to be anywhere, and the entire rescue team kind of argue with each other about what to do next. In Resident Evil the game, it was scary. Playing it at the age of 13 was terrifying. It was about exploration and surviving with minimal ammo, not sweeping rooms with machine guns. The player would genuinely be frightened to unlock a door to enter a new room, only to hear the sounds of a zombie just out of sight. It was true survival horror, not forgetting a huge snake, giant spiders, and the dogs. Oh god, the hallway with the dogs. We had one new character called Alice, and a team of mercenaries or commandos from Umbrella to help us out. Where were the STARS Alpha team? Fans struggled to understand why not one single character from the original game featured in the movie. No Chris Redfield, no Jill Valentine, not even
Mary Burton.
In the movie, the mansion makes a cameo-like appearance. In the video games, the mansion was epic. It was huge, it was a maze full of rooms with riddles and puzzles, unlocking more as the story progressed. In the movie, once you get to the underground laboratory, you reach a room where the Red Queen kills Team Umbrella with lasers. You guys all remember this part from the game, right? Where Wesker gets sliced and diced by a laser device? Me neither. Why not use a trap from the game? A lowering ceiling perhaps, where you need to replace a broken shotgun.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
But no, lasers. In the game, the underground laboratory was a secret underground research facility, designed for the testing of biological weapons. Its discovery came a lot later in the story, uncovering a hidden lab under an old deserted mansion surrounded itself with mystique and uncertainty. While this was somewhat the same in the movie, it was revealed in the first 10 seconds of the opening scene. It didn't feel that secret, especially with the amount of staff working there. I was 18 years old when Resident Evil the movie was released, and I know my friends and I were hyped about seeing the mansion and other game locations recreated from the games. After all, 8 Resident Evil games, including a remake on the GameCube, were released before the movie in 2002. There could have been a lot to explore, and the script was already written and ready to go. They just needed to hand it to Paul W.S. Anderson and tell him to go make a movie. Whichever you decide on first, be it the original game or remake, or Resident Evil the movie, there were surely confusing questions to be had from both sides when switching to the other for the first time. Fans didn't necessarily want a carbon copy of the game in movie form, but they at least wanted the original cast, game locations, and a sense of fear and mystery. What could have been if we had an amazing story had the George Romero version of the movie been created? But wait, there was hope. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City was released in November 2021, an adaptation of the first 2 video games. Fans finally had a true-to-form Resident Evil movie, and humanity was saved. Actually, no, not really. That was completely awful too. I think fans of the original Resident Evil game understand they will never receive a true adaptation movie release. Though if one day our dreams are fulfilled, I found an amazing cast that would suit the movie perfectly.
Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry Burton, Rebecca Chambers, Albert Wesker, Resident Evil.